What up, y'all? It's your boy Zheryk, and it's also Matt and Wes. We are the Melanated Anime Club.
Hi.
Happy Sunday, y'all.
Let's get these angles fixed. That was a weird type shot that we were just saying. Yeah,
I was enjoying it.
Okay,
it's okay.
We like being close. We're friends. It's fine.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm a little bright today, but I need to fix that. That's way too bright.
Quit blowing. Wes is here. That's gross. Stop that.
Wow,
I didn't know.
We're that intimate? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, that was directed for Zheryk. I should have went this way.
Get that out. Get the. Oh wait.
Now he's frozen.
I enjoyed that. That was fun and stupid for me.
That's the way we start off the show. I love it.
Yeah, it was great.
Yes. So after a good the July experiment of the tag team turmoil that we were doing, it's great to be back. It's great to be back with the original Power Trio.
The three heads. I like it.
Monster Trio. Yeah.
Monster Trio. Yeah, we'll be sticking with us for a little bit. We are still kind of working on, doing the revamp and getting stuff. It just looks like it's going to be after August instead of August, like we originally thought. But
timing.
These things happen.
It's a pancetta.
We have some really cool things in the works, hopefully coming through. We're not going to announce nothing until it becomes official.
Right.
But we may have some really cool opportunities and some very unique Melanated Anime Club experiences coming up soon. Shout out to all of y'all. It looks like we're starting to have some viewers over on our Twitch.
That's awesome.
We appreciate our viewers on whatever platform you're on. But again, we're trying to move things more towards Twitch. So if you're one of our Facebook viewers, we're still happy for you. We're still thankful for you. But if you'd like to move over to twitch.tv/Melanated Anime Club, it'll really help us and
branding.
You can do stuff too. All right, great. So, man, it's just been crazy. Even on top of the tag team turmoil week or month, we had a week off last week because the Olympics pretty much shut everything
Olympics
down.
decided to show up.
And just damn, I feel like it's been so long since I've been here.
That's true.
We're gonna, usually we jump right into One Piece, but we also usually lose a bunch of people at the beginning too.
And that's not happening, so we're not referencing it.
I just want to sit here with the 6 people we got, and I actually just want to maybe change it up a little because the Olympics kind of threw everything off. Let's just do a quick little moment here, and let's just kind of go through our favorite Olympic moments, if that's all right.
Oh gosh, there were so many.
Can I just talk about how the Olympics this year has been an anime in itself?
True.
Very true. We have certain Olympians doing anime poses. I've personally seen 4 One Piece poses. Just
4. I've only seen the 2. I've seen 2 in the past. Wow.
I've seen someone going gear third, gear second.
I thought second,
Frankie,
third. I remember that, and then Super.
Frankie Super.
Shot did the Frankie. And then I feel like there was one more that I can't think of.
It was okay. If it was the joke one, there was someone who I think lost and diver didn't do well, and they just kind of leaned against the wall. And someone they did the Brook pose.
Maybe it was that.
But it wasn't the 40. It wasn't the perfect.
It wasn't 90 degrees. Yeah. It wasn't 45. Okay.
Yeah. It was just.
So besides that, you have commentators dressing up as anime characters. I saw commentators dressed up as Jiraiya, Pain.
Yes,
it was great. And then
I saw
you have grown children beating you have children beating grown adults. What is more anime than that?
Okay, I don't know if they're grown children is accurate.
I know that's why I did it. That's why
before we transition into the children beating the adults in the Olympics, I do want to kind of touch more on how anime influenced and anime inspired that just this Olympics was as a whole.
In everything. There's the opening wash that was just your intro to an anime, falling around the very anime fox with a scarf mascot.
Well, there's definitely been plenty of runners of all kinds of countries that have been doing the the Kamehameha pose as a celebration. One of my favorites is there's an American sprinter that as he's coming through is hitting his jutsu pose.
Yes. That's the dude with the braids.
Yeah, he's hitting his jutsu. I mean, I want to say there was a country
has a YouTube channel and he does all the hand signs.
That's awesome.
He runs 9 sub 10 seconds.
I forget,
he's just doing that. That's great.
I forget what country, but for their team rhythm gymnastics, so the ball dancing one, they all had their leotards or their suits were very much Sailor Warriors, like
nice.
like
Sailor Moon. Yep.
Sailor Moon, yeah. And then I don't know Haikyuu super well, but apparently there was a lot of like Haikyuu references in men's volleyball that was going on.
Oh god, yeah, nonstop.
Oh yeah.
Sadly, the men didn't make it out into the medal rounds. They got beat by Russia, Brazil, and barely beat Tunisia for their sole win. I'm a big volleyball fan, but still, it is amazing to watch because, Yu Yu Haku is just jumping from the back line, just hitting the pipe. It's amazing.
Hitting the pipe.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a type of shot.
Oh.
Yeah,
you're about to get hit, but okay.
I know. I explained it very quickly because if you're not familiar, certain words do have double connotations, and so I'm going to quickly follow up with the explanation of that as attack from the back row. That didn't help it.
All right, so you got to hit it from the back for it to be a hit on the.
Just call it a C attack. Cool, it's a C. You know where that's coming from.
Mad Kid, you talked your way out of it, and then you talked your way
right back
into it.
Yeah.
Into it.
You see how that happened?
I've lived it.
Are you following the trail?
No, yeah, I am. I'm very ashamed.
So let's get back to the topic of kids beating adults in sports.
Yeah.
Yes. And I gotta talk about this because
that's actually the theme of the Olympics this year.
Yeah, it was actually a really big deal.
And there's nothing more anime than that. I'm just putting that.
This was the first year for surfing and skateboarding, karate, sport climbing, and I think those are the four of that. I think there's like some BMX variation that wasn't around.
Street style.
Street style, yeah. So that being said, there's a lot of moments where for me it was very surreal to watch Olympic skateboarding. First there was, because like the first chunk when it first was showing it, it was just a single trick. Like that was what the first round was. And then they did like the park routines, like the routines, if you will. Hate using like the Olympic sports terms for things. But it's just crazy because it's like 14-year-old girls, 13-year-old girls are like crushing skateboarding. Now, there's one argument that's made is like this is what happens when the world sends skateboarders that can pass drug tests. It's like,
wait, I don't even know what that means. Wait, what?
Just like getting stoned and skateboarding culture are very interlocked, and if they go let someone run because they smoking weed, the skateboarders weren't even really trying. Like skateboarding is weird to me because they have the Olympics, there's a gold medalist, but I don't think anyone's arguing that that's the best skateboarder in the world.
No.
Okay, it's like they just won the competition. Is what you're
right saying. It's like I don't know. They did win the competition, and like the men's skateboarding, like some of that shit was like watching a video game. Like some of those, like there's a 36-year-old Brazilian dude. Like everyone was like treating him like the legend. He wasn't as fast, but he was just like throwing down. Like it was super cool to watch, and it's just like all like it's really cool because in surfboarding they're all like these like the 13-year-old girl from Japan who like took gold, and then like the 14-year-old girl from Japan who took silver, and they're still just like showing love to like everyone. That's the coolest thing to me. Like
I thought the American one from Hawaii, or did she get
surfing? That was surfing.
Oh, surfing.
You're talking skateboarding, right?
But also watching surfing as an Olympic sport, absolutely wild. I don't think any other I don't know how much of the Olympics you watch, but I watched whitewater rafting.
That's super fun because they're in like they're in the single kayak and they go down and you got to come back up the gates and you go back around and down and you go through. Yep.
But it wasn't like a natural river. It was like a man-made thing that they fought through to do it. So I was expecting surfing to be some kind of like controlled environment, but they're just using the ocean, and it's like that's.
And it was even more competitive because due to some of the weather, climate change, and everything, the swells and the waves were larger than they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
So it even made even more difficult competition.
And it made like a lot of people be like big wave surfers essentially.
Yeah.
But a lot of those guys already are because you're at that tier. I was fucking scared watching. So there was one woman, like she just had the ability, I forget her name. She's from South Africa, but she would just get that board like vertical, like up that wave and just do it so quickly. I was just like, my hips and knees hurt so much watching you do this. But so does
because you know what how what it takes to even do to even attempt that.
To stand up is hard.
Yeah, I've not even
standing alone is hard. Got it.
Especially on the big board, they're using boards shorter than them. Like
are they?
Surfing is a different.
Wow.
Like, at least one of those women was like 6. I think she's like 5 foot, like 9, and I think her board was like a 5'6" board, like a gun board to carve.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
And as one of our viewers commented, the U.S. women's basketball team won the gold.
They did.
Well, yeah.
Grenier dropped 28 and like 15 rebounds.
Go Bears.
Just dominated. Baylor in the house.
Sickle. Yeah.
Is that the Baylor sign? It's the paw.
Bears, and I go Sick'em. Yeah.
Sick'em. Really? That's a thing.
Yeah. Every Texas
do a paw.
school has a hand signal. Yeah, it's a claw for the bear.
Do a Kuma. I'm gonna call it a Kuma.
Hook 'em horn. No,
that's the horns.
Hook 'em horns.
Tech. Tech.
Because they're shooters.
I think this is.
I know. Thanks to Maria, I know this is ASU.
Well, this is also University of Houston. Go Cougs.
It's just Vice Lords to me.
Sun Devils.
Got it. Okay, cool.
But yeah,
when I went to a Texas game, the first thing I thought was like, these are just a bunch of gangbangers. Different. It is because every school's got hook 'em. I'm like, y'all are just throwing signs.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Yeah,
I don't like that.
I felt very uncomfortable.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But like I know everyone's like I kind of avoided all of like the big no. Okay, Roman. No.
Actually,
no. We got esports, and that's all it's going to be. The fact that
because you said the same thing with X Games. We had X Games.
I get it.
Yeah, but if that's the case, it's not going to be for another like 15 years.
And I don't think it's going to be the Olympics. I think it's going to be its own thing.
Yeah.
Because like I don't. Man, you have to get video games like esports on TV and get them ratings before you can even talk about getting into the Olympics.
Mm-hmm. True.
You have to have some kind of like thing. And honestly, unless there's going to be
you need regulation of some sort.
And honestly, video games is too broad to be like its own thing. It might be like VR sports might be a thing.
Eventually.
Like a VR Olympics might be a thing. Because it's actually actively doing something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think is there going to be like, okay, we have Olympic video games. Today we're doing the real-time strategy games. Let's, you know what I mean? Like, this is men's RTS.
There's too many different types of video games.
We're bringing to you live women's MMO. Like,
specifically, Minecraft.
Yeah.
All right, here comes the first-person shooter day. We're doing Call of Duty. Then we're doing Destiny.
That sounds like it just sounds like a conference.
Well, to be fair, that
every hour.
That'd be the triathlon. That'd be the FPS triathlon.
It's got to be the FPS. It's an all around because you have to be able to play.
Then we're doing Apex Legends just for all the free for play people.
Yeah, no, that has to be the free for play, so you can get Ninja in there. All right.
See, I'll say this.
I see.
We'll see chess. We'll see Clue. We'll see board games in the Olympics before we'll see videos.
You said Clue.
I
said Clue.
I said motherfucking Hasbro brand Clue. If you're in Europe, Cluedo.
What?
If you're in Europe, it's called Cluedo.
I did not know that.
I'm just gonna take your word for that. I don't even want to question it. I don't want to question it.
Oh, good. Why question? That's beautiful. Cluedo. Yeah, that's exactly what it's Cluedo.
I think I'm lying. Go look up Cluedo.
I'm not. I'll take your word for it.
I'm not saying you're lying. I am aggressively angry at the marketers and the translators for just going, Cluedo.
It's the British version. It's not even like it's the funniest thing. English.
Okay, the British don't even say the word dough at all. At what point in the English British version, like little RP, do they say dough? They don't. Oh wait, no, doe a deer, a female deer. Dang it, they do. I should do this.
Yeah, someone never watched
Matt, what is going on in your brain?
Sorry, I apologize. Where is it? I can't even find it.
No, because now Matt's on a tangent. Let's keep going.
No.
They changed the layout.
They did. I couldn't find it.
It took a second, yeah, but they changed the layout.
It's gonna take us a little longer to hit the button for a second.
Yeah, we are the Melanated Anime Club. We've been talking about sports. We're gonna still talk about sports, but we will get into
But this is anime and how it has been affected by the sports, and
other way around. But I appreciate it.
You try it.
I'm not gonna hit you for it.
I'm just gonna take a little backseat for that.
It's a little syntax error. It's okay.
All right. So since we're still talking about the Olympics, we're talking about how the kids beat the adults and how anime that is. Let's focus on the melanated part of the melanated experience at the Olympics. I would like to give a shot. I forget the names, and I'm just the worst at this. But the women's judo champion from France, my God, she was a vision to behold.
Really?
I've learned,
Never knew.
I forget her name. I really do, and I regret it. But just judo is dope. Like I don't think I ever really gave judo like a fair shake as far as watching it before this year. But judo is essentially wrestling, but you wear your gis and you can grab the fuck out of each other. But in wrestling, you can't like trip or affect the legs. But with judo, you can trip and like throw people. So like that's the whole game. So there's like it was the gold medal match was her versus like the Japanese like competitor. And I think the Japanese competitor had like a little bit of weight advantage on her and like a little bit more experience advantage on her. But as the Japanese competitor goes to do a throw, she like catches her leg underneath, and then the Japanese like doing the throw ended up on the ground getting like the pin. It was just this beautiful thing.
Okay, I'm gonna look this up after we're done.
Definitely.
But there's like a couple of French judo fighters. I forget the wrestler from America that the girl tried to dead drop her, and she like was like no, and caught like she was like Cesaro in WWE and like deadlifted. Like, it was like she
There's
like
a name I recognize.
Like you see her try to like drop like I'm gonna dead weight. You cannot pick me up. And she's just like you see her like lift up and her legs not touch the ground, and she just see her face go and then she just gets like it's not like a full suplex, but it's like it's like the amateur wrestling, the Olympic level suplex that you won't get disqualified for. But she did that like just in the grapple sports, man. Black women were just throwing down this year. It was awesome.
Nice.
I did not see the accepting speech, but the gold medal, was it heavyweight for U.S. winning the women's heavyweight?
They don't for the women. They don't call them like light heavyweight. It's like the 73 kilos.
It's 73 kilos, whatever the largest.
I don't know which one it is, but
a lot of hearts were thrown.
Yeah, that was very common.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't watch it. I understand.
I didn't.
But like this, I think is very common. I think
it is
even outside
in
of
general
at this point, because like in a lot of the skateboarding, like when someone else did like a great set and they couldn't like hug or high five, they would just be like, "Dude," you know what I mean? And like the divers, synchronized diving is a thing I didn't know was a thing that was
you didn't know. Oh yeah. That's totally a thing.
It is.
I didn't know synchronized diving was a thing. I knew synchronized swimming was a thing.
Oh, for sure.
Synchronized diving is a thing. Yeah.
And
so like wild. Two people on the platform or on the springboard in sequence. Bloop, 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 and it's all you get deductions if you're out of sync.
The Chinese like team like just because other teams would go to like the edge of the springboard platform, like look at each other and then go. The Chinese team would look at each other and be like 1, 2, boing, boing.
Yeah.
And it was just like, God damn.
They are very much a sound cue team.
No, but like the Chinese
in general,
the Chinese diving squads were just like nuts. As a 14-year-old Chinese diver, she had
got 2 or 3 rounds, perfect 10s.
Yeah, well, the way they do the scoring, but it ended up being like 3 rounds of perfect 10s. Like she was amazing. Like perfect. Like when they did the super, like for diving, the super slow mo is like key.
Yeah, and like you see all the mistakes.
There was none. Like even like she like tied where her hands went up at the right. Like the 2 twists this way, the 1 twist this way, and then like still had it. Like you watch her whole body go down. Like there's like this much water that comes out. And then, like, you know, the thing
the vacuum is so cool to watch. And I think she did it at least twice, but it's like they break the water, and as they're going down, they pull the rest of the water with them because they've just punched a hole in the ground in the water, and you can watch it and how like the water just fills back in behind them, and it just keeps pulling down. Cool. Yeah,
and there's like a super slow-mo camera shot that goes down with the diver, so you can see that moment when they break water, and she's like,
and then just.
And you see her like when she gets the water and tucks back in to like roll out, and it's just like, this is insane.
It's great.
She's
like,
14. This is insane.
The advancement of watching it is so cool because it, and also 14.
Yeah,
it's like She's basically Itachi.
The kids are taking over. That's what's happening.
In every sport. A Ding Mu just set the American record in winning the 800 meters. She's 19 years old. Yep. The world record for the 400-meter hurdles for women was broken again by Sydney McLaughlin. And in third is a 21-year-old from Norway. That is
all the details
also, this is her last name's Bol. B-O-L.
Like Manute?
Yeah, but she's white and from Norway.
I mean, okay.
I mean, names are names and they're from all over.
Yes.
I don't know how you get your name, but like Manute Bol. She also broke the former world record because the world record still needs to be ratified. And the world record for this year has been dropped twice by Sydney McLaughlin, both times. And the old world record in the final, Bol beat that one. So it is now her Netherlands national record to be ratified. Yeah. And so much stuff is just, it was such a good Olympics.
So before, because I'm realizing now that we're like 23 minutes into talking about the Olympics on our anime cast. So before we leave the Olympics, you get one chance to go like try any sport for the Olympics that you think you may have a chance at.
Oh God.
What you may have a chance at, and what would you want to learn, right? Like, what would you want to go take go take some classes in, and then what do you think you have a shot at?
Okay.
Trying to think of all the Olympic events that I actually know.
That you watched. I mean, honestly, like I really have. I mean, I've been surfing, so like that doesn't count for me. I would like to I don't think I could ever be a world-class surfer. But
archery.
Okay. Archery, you think want to take a class, or you think you could win?
I could probably take a class in archery, and I honestly have no idea what I'd be good at. I'm unathletic in so many ways.
Interesting phrase.
Yeah.
In so many ways.
So you don't think you could dominate in anything?
If you
live in your ego for a moment.
Yeah. Like look.
I'm sorry. I'm too based in realistic expectations.
Okay. All right. I see that. So
okay.
For me, I would take a judo course. I would try to get into judo. I feel like I could probably hold my own a little bit there. Not like Olympic level. I think at the Olympics. I mean, archery is an easy one. I feel like guns might be even easier. Just guns as an Olympic sport. But honestly,
air rifle. Yep.
But
yeah,
honestly,
I was thinking about that too.
But if I got like close enough with the horse, I feel like I could be like I'm too heavy to be a horse dancer. But like that'd be a dope one to be as horses as they dance around. Yeah, but I think realistically, like guns.
Cool.
Like skeet. I mean, I'm from Texas. I did do a little bit like growing up, like, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
In Texas in 4th grade, you got to go do like rifle training. I think when you're 12, like.
Really? That's a thing?
Well, it's like if you go to public schools and you go to like camps or retreats, like, yeah, it's a thing.
Okay.
4th grade Camp Clausen. I remember we had rifles and boys could go do rifles. Girls had something else, but like we could switch. It wasn't like super like hard coded.
Okay. It wasn't like patriarchy.
Because there were girls that were doing like rifle training and guys that did
whatever the girls thing
was. Yeah. My dad wouldn't let me use guns, so I was like, I'm gonna do gun training. But I do remember like that was kind of the thing. I feel like loosely like once you're 12, you kind of get like handguns. And I remember when I was like 16, some friends I got to use a shotgun.
Nice.
But I think
22 in a shotgun.
I think guns or like the shortest distance of walking. That might be solid at that one.
30 kilometers?
Is that the shortest?
Okay,
I probably
because the men I think it's 50 kilometers for the men.
That's a long
30 for the women. Yeah. It's a lot of walking. And it's really more or less a run. Because
it's like a power walk,
You
just hear the whole time, yeah.
Just
I'm good.
Hips are just mad the whole time.
Another one, I'd have to lose a bunch of weight, but on the crew team, the guy that's like, row. I feel like I could be that guy at an Olympic level for sure.
Okay. I'm gonna say as a class, I want to do dressage because I definitely want a crip walking horse. And then for something I think I could possibly win, I'm going to say climbing.
Oh no, dude! Have you watched any of that?
Okay, we are all saying we could have a chance at Olympic level events. I'm gonna do something that's gonna be fun and get my.
Y'all two did. I did.
See, no,
like,
I'll say this.
Seriously.
Wes was like archery. Anyone's got a chance at that. I'm like guns. That's not much athletics. I just have to have like hand-eye coordination.
Mm-hmm.
You're like full body sprinting vertical against gravity workout.
That's all core. No, thank you.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's not.
Okay.
It's everything. It's all core, all extremities. Because I see these motherfuckers grab by one hand and pull them like bouldering, like that, like the whatever the big three of sport. Oh, that shit was crazy.
Okay, you're a dream killer. All right, I'm gonna.
No, but you got it though. I believe.
No. I'm gonna go with my home and say provisional heats of the 100 meters. I could probably not get last place.
There we go.
Realistic
goals. I love it.
I can almost not get last place.
The 100 meter dash is way more
provisional. This is like people from developmental countries for like track programs.
Yeah. Move to Guam, and I think you might got a shot, my dude.
No. The guy from Guam ran like 10-2.
Matt knows this shit. Like, what are you?
I'm telling you, I love the Olympics.
All right.
Dude from Ivory Coast went 10-1. Looks like a fullback.
Well, the dude from Ivory Coast is gonna,
Well, the French dude won.
Well, everything.
Italian.
Yeah, the Italian. Yeah. All right, let's get out of the Olympics. Let's move to anime before we lose. Listen, I gotta leave relatively early today, so we just talk about this. All right.
Yeah. So, I might have to too. So let's.
So y'all know what time it is.
I will never get tired of that song.
You can't. If you did, you'd have to get booted.
Yeah, that's like one of the cues to be on the club for sure. You gotta
pretty much.
You gotta bop to that.
Okay, so we got 2 chapters to go through. So
yeah, but you know what? It's chapter 20, Robin versus Black Mario, and a cover of just a sleeping Denjiro eating his hair, which I get it. I love tempura.
He's dreaming it's a giant tempura. Why not?
Dope, right? We're coming back. And we're back in the dogfight between Yamato
and Kaido. Yeah, you called it a dogfight, which I find funny.
Because you learn what the
what the zone fruit is.
It is true. Because the zone fruit that we find out is that can also breed flyer is the dog fruit, mythical type. Model Okuchi no Makame, which is basically a rare mythical wolf that is going to guard Wano.
The guardian deity of Wano.
Mm-hmm. Right. I just like this blast breath here because
and I think actually Yamato's breath is ice. Because it said glacial fang.
Mm-hmm, it does. Namuji Glacier Fang. So it's probably like an ice blast. That's dope. But yeah, we're just like, you're supposed to. I went through a lot of trouble to get that, Kaido says. And then the son's like, yeah, but I was hungry because you're a bad dad. And so they ate it. And now they're mystical fruits, but also Odin. But then smash cut. Smash cut. It's like, oh no, it's Robin's history, people that they love, and then some random big dude, Saul.
Yes,
Yeah.
You don't know Saul D. Jaguar?
I said barely
Saul
remember
D. Jaguar.
You fucking kidding me?
Barely remember. You know when was?
He's the whole fucking. He's the whole reason
like
that
the reason Robin.
There's no reason Nico Robin wouldn't even. Oh my god, dog.
He is essential to her backstory. How do you not remember Saul D. Jaguar?
This is for Matt.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like we've all like One Piece has been on for 20 years. Like
25.
25. Excuse me. We've all like had a little gaps in memory. But like forgetting someone that is that pivotal in a Straw Hat character's backstory is a little unforgivable. And don't roll your eyes at me. Don't roll your eyes at me.
He's one of the first giants to join the Marines. He's
yes.
the only giant that's the Will of D. So the only person that we know that's a non-human that has a D in their initials. He's like pivotal to Nico Robin surviving. He got froze by Iceman, Aokiji.
Yeah.
Like he's been
every
time they bring up the Will of D, fucking Saul D. Jaguar's face is on that list. Every time they bring up those people. They always, Saul D. Jaguar. He's not like other giants. They fucking talk about his nature being like he's the gentle giant, the other giant. Man, get the fuck out. You don't forget Saul.
Noted. But
there you go.
Those people aren't there because it's supposed to be some sort of illusion.
They all did.
Because they are. And we all knew that. So what ends up happening is this Tre Mano, big fist to the face. Hand. What does the hand say to the face?
It's like slapping.
Slap.
Also, I know this isn't the time to go on a tangent, but I'm not 100% convinced that the real Jaguar D. Saul is actually dead. The world government's known for freezing people and bringing them back later on, so I'm just going to throw that out there.
Impel Down's a thing. But as a result, we get to see 3 of these like associates of Black Mirror get knocked out. One of whom is a numbers, Kyun.
Well, I thought this was wild too because 2 of them were like the snake smile fruits. Mm-hmm. They might be like somehow in the Kuja clan that they're gonna have to clash because I don't know if you've been seeing this, but Oda's just like I'm working on a war even bigger than Marine.
Yeah, I saw that announcement. That like after Wano, the war is gonna be the biggest war in One Piece or biggest war in anime.
In anime history or manga history, I think is what he said.
I mean, I didn't see that. I can totally see it.
I am feeling many feelings right now.
Oh, do some of them include what's his face going to get the princess of the snake?
Yes.
Words. Kobe.
Yes.
All right. We're moving on.
You think she moves on to Kobe? Okay.
No. I think Kobe goes and gets her and brings her here.
Oh. Yeah, Kobe's
okay. That's what you were saying. Okay, got it. Gotcha.
Yeah, there we go. But we're moving on because Robin has realized that these people are my people, and I went through too much with them, and there's no way that's an illusion. And Brooke is like, yeah, I totally get seen through illusions too. But then we get a dang pug smile fruit in the sword. Weird.
In the sword, yeah.
I didn't really understand what was going on there.
I don't either.
I did.
It's One Piece. I gotta accept it.
I think I did. So if you look, at the bottom panel here where it says like Juan Yudo, like it shows his face. If you look at the one next to him, there's a pug inside of the hamster wheel, and I think it's his face on the pug face running in the wheel.
Wow.
But his face is facing out towards you, and that's why it looks like that.
Yo, I didn't even notice that.
I hate it.
Because he's a pug smile fruit, and that's a pug body.
Right.
Okay,
this is a smile.
That makes it better.
As crazy as this gets, as big and epic as model mythical wolf goes, you can get dumb shit like this in the same chapter. It is great.
Pug smile. I mean, what the heck? This is so. Oh God. Moving.
What is that weapon?
Okay, it's
like some kind of spinning battle axe.
It's like a staff with crap on the end of it, and it's just spun. I don't know. Annoying.
The dog runs and it makes fire.
Yeah, something's there. But as a result,
she still swings it like it's.
Yeah, it's spun around, and as a result, floor's on fire, and we get to see a spider net from Robin. It's like, yeah, floor's on fire, yada yada yada. What do we do? Then Brooke's like, hold on a second, that's an actual person. In that case, cold freeze, I'm gonna just knock you out, and it does, and then no more fire, and then what else happens? Ice burn drops on the ground because he can just freeze fire instantly. It's crazy.
Soul King.
Like
Brook has really been like, I want to say Brook has really shown up after the Sense of Time shit skip, especially with getting the Poneglyph and Big Mom's territory and everything, and now this, like, we respect for Brook.
Brook might secretly be the strongest member of the crew, like as far as like his abilities and stuff, because he can literally like interact with death.
Pretty much, yeah.
Walk through walls.
Yeah, but like he's just like, I'd rather look at your panties. What's up? Which is again great.
I mean, it's on brand. It's amazing. So now we get the villain speech. It was like, okay, blah 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 blah. Your bag of sheer crew. How could you dare? Like, a man is asking you for help, which is okay. Come on, like Maria, we're better than this. And she's like, no, it's fine because I appreciate it, and I accept the honor of being depended on by one of the wings of the Pirate King. Right? So, and having said that, Gigantor Fleer.
Make myself into a giant.
Right? All the hands in the face. So much happens here. Confidence in Robin. Her saying that the Pirate King must have 2 wings. We've seen that before. We know who the wings are, even though we call it the Monster Trio. Maybe it's because there's a center and 2 wings. In any case, we're moving forward. Smash cut. What? We were in the middle of a fight. What happened?
Yep.
What? Also, just real quick there. Could you just imagine fighting Nico Robin, then just a giant version of her pops up?
Right, and you just
essentially let's just put it out there. She's essentially naked. Like
a giant version of her out there just starts slapping the shit at you.
Pretty much, right? Right.
I bet someone would pay a lot of money for that.
Like that's somebody's kink. Yeah, that's real.
Somebody would pay a lot of money for that.
It's not me. Matt's the one that would pay a lot of money for that.
Why did I get volunteered?
Because you didn't jump in the joke, so you became the joke.
No, it's because we know you, Matt, and we know that you would pay good money to get slapped.
I'm not saying that.
No, I'm not. That's not me at all.
I am saying that. I'm saying that's Matt.
No, just no. Smash cut back to Tokoge port in Wano. Back where this all started, right? Luffy is there. They've gotten on the land. They've done all this stuff. What? It's what's his face? Caribou is there. Why is he hiding out? And then finally says, "Hey, Momo, I need to get up there. What I need to do. That's it.
Take me up there. Turn into a dragon."
He's got to turn into a dragon, and then no break technically because the chapter comes out tomorrow. Yeah.
But go. Okay, that's fine.
What were you gonna say?
There's an interesting out there that you kind of like glossed over about like Momo crying and Luffy being like, "Come on, man, you can't cry."
Oh no, they had a moment there.
He says you're still the leader. Like you save the tears for when this is done.
Yeah,
yep.
so
that's a great thing.
It's very serious. Yeah, but Luffy's like right there. He's like, dude, just get me back in front of Kaido. I got it.
I won't lose the next round. Like round 3,
like, I got this.
But that last panel of Momo was like his tears drying up as compared to his tears starting, which I thought was like a good.
Ooh,
like, that's just
nice.
some good. That's some good subtle that's growth right there.
Growth.
Especially because part of me thinks we still haven't seen Lady Toki yet. And
Lady Toki, nope.
And like there's a lot of things that are still in play. There's a real big like part of me that feels like Jewelry Bonnie is gonna catch up with Momo and be like, "Hey, you're the age you're supposed to be now." And we're about to get Super Momo.
Maybe
Super. I don't know
because I feel like he would not be able to automatically control that power. Even with like the character bullshit, like this just needs to happen. It wouldn't make sense to me.
It makes sense to me because he's been training. He is like technically what 28 years. He'd be 28 years old. Is that right?
Yeah.
But like mentally, he's still 8. Like
he'd still be a child.
His body and mind were transferred 20 years into the future, so he's still an 8-year-old child.
Mm-hmm. So it'd be like making Odin. Because mentally, Odin was kind of like a child for most of his life.
I don't know if you could say that. Like Odin and Luffy have like similar things,
right.
but like Odin was still like raised by like like I want to say royal family, but like the Kazuki clan, and they still have like certain shit.
I'm gonna say this: Odin fucked.
Somebody hit the thing. I can't do it.
That I mean.
I hit the button, but I ain't wrong.
I'm not saying you're wrong. Odin did fuck.
We're just asking.
It's a canonical fact. He had harems before he even left Wano.
And so you saying he's like a child? Nah. Odin fucks.
That's what Matt said.
Never mind.
Odin. That was my argument for Matt. He's not a child. Odin fucks.
All right. I got nothing.
You defeated Matt. Episode
just
over.
All right, cool. So let's go on to My Hero Academia.
So, because Dark Deku is rampaging.
So we're just gonna kind of loosely talk about it. It was a week ago. Again, I was kind of hoping that there was going to be new chapters. I was very surprised that we're going to hold for one day. That didn't.
Yeah,
a week. No, just a Monday release. Okay. We out here. So the big thing last 2 weeks ago, 2 chapters ago, is that all of Class of 1A caught up with Deku and are like, "Yo, we're gonna get.
We're here for you.
We're here for you." And Deku's
we're not just here for you. We've gotten better.
Yeah. And so they're all kind of running away. He's running away from them, saying, "I don't need you. I don't need y'all. Y'all get hurt. Y'all, I can't protect y'all and do this." Mm-hmm. And then you just see all of the team up, and each of them kind of have like their individual moment of like, "Nah, dude, this is why I got your back. This is what you mean to me, and this is why I got your back." Yep. And it was all of Class 1A fighting together to prove to Deku that they could keep up with them, if not exceed them. And you really had the
moment. Like it just felt so good to see. Like it pulled the heartstrings so lovingly.
There's a couple of really great moments that stood out to me. I mean, obviously, like, you know, Kaminari and like all of that stuff is always fun with him and all that stuff. But to me, I think really seeing Bakugo being like, I know what to do here, but this is all for you. I'm going to trust you on this one, our president. And then Ingenium kind of having his like at the end, like, I'm the one that's here for you. Like I am like the class president being that role. And then of course, the moment. Go ahead, Wes. What are you about to say?
I was just saying it like it's come full circle because that was what Deku did when, you know, Ida was trying to going down that villainous path to get revenge on Stain.
Right.
So like to have it come full circle and it mirrored like the Bakugo rescue where they like launched off and instead of Bakugo like grabbing Kirishima's hand, it's Ida grabbing Midoriya's hand. It
was a lot.
I loved it.
And all the references in there to all the things.
But there's one thing that I think was really kind of overlooked, and we just have to talk about it. Mineta says, I fell for you when you were struggling and weak. And it was just like, I don't know if they're going to dig into that anymore.
Yeah, that's a thing. I don't know.
I don't know either.
It definitely would be great. Go ahead.
I don't know what they would do with that.
I feel like it would be a solid like balance.
It would make sense. It would make sense like all this time he's just been like overcompensating.
Yes, like I feel like that's why
it would make sense.
That's a very common thing. Like the guy that's homophobic so hard because he's secretly gay doesn't want anyone to find out. The person that's overly machismo chasing the girls because he doesn't want to like be public with his feelings. If that happens, there's a whole new layer to Mineta that like
I think if that happens, Mineta will go from being my girlfriend's least favorite character to favorite character.
You know, it's honestly it's the path of Tyler the Creator. Because like real vile, and then like now that he's like out and open, like his music is a lot more like real and approachable.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
the same thing.
It feels like he's truly like living his best life now. And you know, shout out to Tyler, shout out to Mineta. Well, it was kind of hard after that versus. I mean, I feel like I've always like kind of going into that, I was like, oh yeah, I've always been a Locks guy. Like, I never really listened to the Locks.
So like, I thought Dipset had that, and then I was proven wrong so hard.
See, I was always a Locks guy. I never really understood like the Dipset love that. I'm from Texas.
It was a vibe. It's a vibe.
I get it, I get it. Just
it's like being a fan of Supreme when you're from like Iowa.
Yeah, I get it. It's just like the exact opposite, I think, of everything hip hop that I dug. I was definitely more South and West Coast hip hop growing up. So like, Dipset, I was always like, this is kind of whack. But like, I also like looking back as an adult into hip hop of like, oh, what they did for like the industry and the game, fantastic. And honestly, I think it was just, I remember seeing All About the Benjamins. Lox had a feature on that music video, so I was a Lox dude from childhood.
That's cool.
I just went on I'm in the middle of a Jadakiss deep dive. And I'm just remembering all these songs. It's like no one should have questioned the Lox coming into this. And then on top of
only Jadakiss has this.
Yeah,
that's what I was about to say. Yeah, because in my mind, Jadakiss was a features rapper. Like I can't remember any like other than Jadakis. Like other than that, I can't like remember any.
Oh, what about why?
Okay.
Ooh, man, jeez, there's so much, and then the quips. It's like you live in Miami. Like you're not even you don't even live here. You're not even from the city here no more. Like I'm really out. It was just so New York. Kiss went.
It was just New York aggressiveness to a 10, and it's like the whole time I'm like, is a fight gonna break out? Like,
and then
I'm like, no. But
this is just New York love.
It's still like entertaining enough.
Yeah, see, it's how they show up. It's like
it's that older 90s, like it's that older 90s thing. It's like it's that 90s New York. It's that
it was great.
It's that Fat Joe on the side just losing his shit. Like it's all of
Fat Joe was one of the only celebrities I saw in there wearing a mask. He he was taking it on and off, but I was like, okay, you being socially responsible, you got kids. I can appreciate that.
God, I just listened to New York again. And I was just like, this is just a great song. Out here in New York.
Okay. All right.
We're done? Good.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked about the verses. You just made that line. I'm done.
All right. So I guess since we're still doing this, we got a couple more minutes. Let's do our pop culture touches. Suicide Squad. Y'all watch it yet?
Not yet.
I have.
Okay, I have as well.
Great movie.
Should I leave?
No,
it's a great movie. Nothing gets ruined.
Very
good.
I just thought it was bloody as hell.
It is.
Understatement.
Understatement. Okay.
Like if I could give just like a no spoiler like incentive to watch it, from my point of view, it is a modern day take. It feels very much like Mystery Men, if you remember that movie.
Okay.
So it has that kind of vibe, but 2021. So like the violence, ultra violent, the comedy is like a little bit more there. There's a lot of like great like. Just there's some faces you'll see that are celebrities, and when they pop up, you're like, "This is great," and then it's just like things happen. But I do love the way that they have like the team camaraderie is there.
Yeah,
definitely there in the way that the first Suicide Squad didn't have.
Yeah,
because that was just their first time being thrown together. So
I could have used more Harley.
Harley made the movie. I feel
she made the movie, but like there wasn't enough of her, if that makes sense.
Nope, totally does.
For like the big thing that they make her out to be. There's a weird moment. Okay, I don't want to get into plot spoilers.
Yeah, don't get into plot.
But just have you watched the Harley Quinn like animated show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. There's just some points in there where it's like, oh man, just can we hurry up and get the Harley and Poison Ivy like spinoff off of this? Like there's no Poison Ivy, like no spoilers there, but just like a lot of the stuff there is just like I want to see them explore that with Margot Robbie's version of Harley Quinn as it's evolved ever so slightly from the original movie, but in a much better way. But the story was great. The big bad is great. There's like a lot of moments that are like, oh, this is clearly DC trying to get some like ideas out before Marvel can. It felt like.
Okay. I can see that.
With a couple of characters that are on there. And I really did like the James Gunn, it did felt like a James Gunn movie. The way that they handled music in the scenes with certain things. Yeah. There's a really cool thing that they do where it's like something will happen and then like it'll turn into like the text that it needs to like do. So like a blood splatter will hit and it'll be like the next day or something like that. Like it's just it's just edited real cool.
It's very cool.
All right, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
It's not like the best movie, but it's a very good like block. It's what you want from a blockbuster, summer blockbuster.
Okay, yeah. It's here's a way to put it. If you're familiar with movies at all, it's a great August movie.
Okay. Yeah.
It's an amazing August movie. Yeah.
Like my regret is like I kind of
in the former days, like like when things were released.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, even Suicide Squad, I feel like, man, I kind of wish I'd gone to the IMAX and seen this. Like I should have paid for the big experience. But I think
COVID.
Yeah. I think depending on how things look, I am gonna go try to see Shang-Chi live in theaters.
That'd be nice.
I love martial arts movies.
Wow.
And I love Marvel, so I'm gonna go nuts for that.
There's gonna be a Peacemaker HBO Max show.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the thing that was announced a long time. I mean,
did not know.
Always up on my John Cena knowledge most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. I was actually really wondering how they were gonna set that up during his scene. But
it's like so obvious. Yeah, it's obvious so much. It's blatant.
It's really okay. I hope this isn't too much of like spoiler territory.
I would appreciate no spoilers.
Okay, can I just like compare a character to another character?
Okay.
All right. So Peacemaker is pretty much like U.S. Like John Walker, U.S. agent Captain America, except he has like a fun personality.
Oh yeah, he's like
which is weird.
Yeah. If U.S. agent was likable, that's Peacemaker.
And even then, he's still a piece of shit, but it's great.
You gotta love that piece of shit, though.
But I was watching interviews, and John Cena's really loving being like the bad guy in movies because they'll never turn him heel in wrestling. So that was a fun thing to watch too.
Okay.
Cool. So that was
interesting. I didn't know.
I mean, they're going to like he's for like about 15 years. People have been calling for it. And he's been like just teasing. There was literally one thing he did where you're like an interview, and he's like, watch me do a heel turn, and he started just like twisting his ankle. Like it was very stupid. But it's just like he's been trolling. Like before he's gone, he's gonna go heel again.
I think he'd be a good heel.
Troll in general.
Well, he was, man. Okay, when he came out as like the rapper and was like, you can't see me, the Chain Gang, the Word Life. Like when he was the heel, yeah, he was the man. But people started cheering his like disses so much that he became babyface. Yeah, Word Life. You remember those days?
Nope.
All right. You know with that.
Yes.
But anyway, I didn't get a chance to talk about Space Jam. I know y'all did. I just really got one thing to really say about it. It's an advertisement. You can enjoy it. There's things that are fun if you're not enjoying it as like this is the spiritual successor to Space Jam. If you're real stoned and watching colors, it's great. But the biggest takeaway for me is LeBron James is a big Matrix fan. Like that's my biggest takeaway. He made a point to be like, "What in the Matrix hell?" Which is the single greatest line in the movie in my book. But like, I just imagine. He's like, I feel like in the scene where they're doing like we're going through like the WB universe. Like he's like, no, I have to dress up like the Matrix. Like he didn't dress up like any of the other ones, but he made sure he was in full Neo garb. Like my theory, and it makes sense. LeBron James graduated in 2004. That's when he got drafted. So he would have been in high school during the original Matrix craze. And when if you were around then, I remember I was 12 years old. My dad, that was the first R-rated movie I went to go see in the theater because my dad thought I absolutely have to go see The Matrix. The Matrix was game-changing. It was life-changing.
I remember my cousins rented that VHS, and we like watched that movie over and over again like the entire weekend.
Yeah, that's the dopest shit when it came out. So there's no doubt in my mind.
He would have been like a freshman or an 8th grader.
Matt doing math. Great.
For you, yes. For me, he would have been the sophomore when I was the 8th grader. But
no, in his life, because you said he graduated 2004, right?
He got drafted in 2004. He's the last player to go straight out of high school to college.
Right.
Which is 2004. That was 2 years before I graduated.
Got it. So like in 99, he would have been in 8th grade.
Yeah.
LeBron.
Oh, I get you. You were working backwards.
Yeah, he's working backwards.
Cool.
But yeah, I totally get it. Like if you're in high school, 8th grade, and you're watching that all the time, and then on top of that, they release other ones that amp up I can totally see like I'm so much money. I'm in a movie. I'm putting Matrix in this for no reason.
Yeah, and like also, also it's a little bit of synergy because isn't the Matrix 4 coming out in like November or some shit?
True.
I mean, it was one of the logos that was like, "Hey, I'm gonna buy HBO Max." I saw the Matrix, Mortal Kombat.
Right, that's right.
And I think like,
John Wick probably.
It wasn't John. I mean, I like John Wick. It just that wasn't one that sold me. I remember. I think it was. I mean, I hate to admit, I think Space Jam was one of the ones I saw that I was like, "All right, this is gonna be worth it."
Yeah.
And then I remember Tom and Jerry being the first one and being like,
no. Let me just say no. Okay.
It's like, yeah, Tom and Space Jam. This is it. Watch Tom.
What did I expect? Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, it's getting up here on an hour. I feel like we touched on all the things I said we were going to touch on.
Things.
Cool. Is there anything else? Oh shit.
Should we do a midweek?
Plugs and recommendations.
We can do that now. Yeah.
So why don't y'all kick it off?
I'm going to recommend an anime that I have one episode left of right now. It's on Funimation. It's called Zodiac War Juni Tyson. Basically, it's a free for all between 12 warriors based on the Chinese zodiac. Each character has a particular backstory and like a particular edge, I want to say, over everyone else. And it's weird to see how it's nice to see how they pair off and like all the different battles that ensue, and like how no one's the main character, but they all get like that singular focused episode.
Right.
And you'll never guess who wins, and like it's great.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool. For me, plugs. I got a show on the 25th. Minor league Chicago County Sports. Dope.
You have a show on the 25th?
I believe so.
My dude, we moved Sushi Gang because you were like, I can't do the 24th. The 25th works for me. We'll talk about this off camera later.
Yes, please. Matt, you looking? Zheryk, you got a recommendation?
Yeah, I got a recommendation.
Staring off into space.
I got recommendations and plugs. Let me go ahead and give my plugs. If you're in the LA area next weekend, the 13th and the 14th, at the Our Lady of Good Counsel Church, we'll be doing comedy sports. 7 o'clock. I'll be out there playing both nights. I don't know what team I'm on, but if you're interested, come out. I'll put a link somewhere. Follow me on Instagram, and you'll see a link. That was my plug. And then my recommendation, I've been talking about this game for a while. I feel like I'm in the end game. I'm at 110 hours from what I hear is 110 to 120 if you're playing the expanded version like I am. So I feel like I'm in the last like 10 to 15 hours of Persona 5, and I cannot do anything except recommend it. I recommend getting Persona 5, getting the Royal Edition, Deluxe, whatever you want. Just get the full version. It is an anime. It is an anime turned video game. It is a JRPG that has really good social mechanics, a fun time management system where you're literally progressing through a year. It's a weird mix of like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but also Digimon, but also like solving a crime. It's just like
Ace Attorney.
It's better than Ace Attorney. It's like an RPG. Like you're actually like building stats, like building relationships, like your confidence and stuff adjust your stats, and like who's you're strong and close within the party affects things. The story's great. Like you're playing the game, you can tell shit's serious. Like when they go and like voiceovers start happening, you know it's super serious when they do a cutscene. And you know it's the most serious when it goes to straight up anime is telling you the rest of the story right now.
Wow. Okay.
And it's like it's fucking layers like that. There's a story of like things that are going on in like the real world and like this like weird like spirit world, and then there's like some weird third thing that I don't want to give spoilers around that also is going on in this. It's just like it's a lot of fun. I really like to get absorbed in games. I love a good single player game I can spend literally hundreds of hours in. And this is one of them. If you like anime at all, if you like sci-fi at all, if you like Japanese culture at all, if you like JRPGs, I highly recommend the Persona 5 game. Like it's so damn good that I'm going to go buy Persona 4 and start working my way backwards.
Wow.
Persona is a spinoff of Shin Megami Tensei. I might even play some of those games. Like that's how much into it I got.
Wow.
So I'd recommend the Persona games. I'm actually just not really recommendation, but you know I've been doing the cast. I was doing my Great Detective Mystery Hour. Just been getting booked for things, rehearsals and stuff. I haven't been able to be as steady. But also, as much as I enjoy playing Phoenix Wright, it's definitely more of a I'm going to get stoned and play it on my own than it's like an exciting thing to watch. So I actually am going to be working on maybe changing up the gameplay that I do for my Detective Hour. And Persona Golden 4 is a detective using the Persona storyline, so I might pick that one in there. We'll see. It is available on PC, but you know that's something in the works too. But yeah, those are my plugs and recommendations. Matt seems like he's unbroken. Can we please get a recommendation?
One Piece. It is now specifically the manga that is being shown. It is current to them just reaching Onigashima the first time, and it's just animating all that we've read, and it's a great time.
I'm enjoying it thoroughly. The anime.
Yes. The anime. You said the manga at first, but you meant the anime.
Hit me.
We get what you mean.
No, you're good. We ain't gonna hit you on that one. That one's not you saying something woefully stupid.
You're good.
All right. But yeah, it's looking great. The animation is amazing.
I know. I just started my my big One Piece binge.
Mm-hmm. And also, since we already know about the confirmation of Zoro having Conqueror's Haki, based off of us having read Kaido say that he actually has it. The anime is starting to drop hints in various places on Wano of him just like, no, I've got it. It's
look, we have a lot of more stuff. Listen, we can get into another like half-hour long conversation.
Yes, we can.
I'm not.
Because we didn't even talk about how like there's a mythical fucking fox that shapeshifts that hasn't been in the fucking thing, and also the question of where the fuck is Basil Hawkins. But those are two questions that don't really matter. And we're not going to get into that now. But we have
they're not going to matter until we see them. It's fine.
Yeah, we are the Melanated Anime Club. We do need to head out. Catch us next week. We may have something even cooler to announce next week.
I'll be doing my Nuzlocke during the week.
Nuzlocke during the week. Follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Melanated Anime Club. Matt Kids over there. Y'all have a good one. We out.
バカみたい子供なのね夢を追って傷ついて嘘が下手なくせに笑えない笑顔見せた I love you ろくに言わない口下手でほんまに不器用